You're listening to PhotoShelter's Vision Slightly Blurred. I'm Alan Murabayashi.
And I'm Sarah Jacobs.
So, Sarah, on The Verge, there was a super interesting article about augmented reality creators who are making these weird, arty filters that you only have access to when you follow them on Instagram.
You have to follow their accounts?
Yeah, so there were two artists, Brenda Cardenas and Johanna Jaskowska, who were profiled in the article. So I followed them. And when you follow them and you open up your Instagram camera now, you have access to dozens of filters that are only available to their followers. And there were two filters that sort of caught my eye. Brenda had one that had this gold leaf that sort of looked like it was kind of covering your face.
Oh, cool.
And Johanna had this sort of plasticky, like liquidy, weird. It was like a little plastic, like I was going to rob a bank kind of look to it.
Wait, was it like iridescent and it kind of like reflected different colors?
Yeah. It was like
nice.
Yeah.
I dig it. A lot of the artists are making ones like that. I just want to specify too that we're talking about face filters specifically.
When I read the article, I was really kind of taken aback, in part because you forget sometimes how big these ecosystems are on these platforms. So I think Instagram has like 1 billion active users. And so it shouldn't be that surprising that these very hyper-specific niches can exist. But it's still kind of interesting that these creators can have 50,000 or 500,000 followers. And I don't know if they're making a living, but they're having a good time at least on the platform.
Well, and they're creating like beautiful art, right? And also what's interesting, like I wonder if Instagram is paying these artists at all for their work?
I don't think Instagram pays for anything.
Okay, probably not. Yeah, so it's interesting that Instagram is so powerful that it can just come to these independent artists and say, we'll give you followers if you give us access to your art and the technology that you've created.
I mean,
like that's crazy.
I get it if you're featured on the Instagram channel or if you're written about in the New Yorker. I get how that might be a boon to your career.
For sure, that's true.
But there's probably hundreds, if not thousands of people making these custom filters. And how are they getting paid to do this work? I don't know.
I don't know. If any of our listeners know, let us know. Because that's super fascinating.
I will say, when I tried these filters, there was a weird appeal to seeing yourself, like your skin completely smoothed out, like it was like a science fiction movie, like you're some sort of alien. So I get the appeal, even though when you look at it on its own, it's a little creepy.
No, totally. One of my favorite ones, it kind of made my skin look like this iridescent pink, and then these diamonds are like floating off of your face.
Everyone loves diamonds.
Everyone loves diamonds. And if I were like 15 years old, that's the only filter that you would see my face through. That's it.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take some of the selfies that we took and we'll post them on the PhotoShelter blog at blog.photoshelter.com.
Great.
So people can see how lovely we look.
I will share a selfie whenever anybody wants.